Hello. Thought I would start a little bit early because I'm getting impatient. And it's close enough to 8 o'clock. I'm sure everyone will catch up. We'll just talk nonsense for the next 4 minutes until everyone gets in. But yeah, we got a couple of nice things to talk about today. Some announcements, some just what have I been up to the past week. What are some things that are going on in my mind at the moment with the whole selling the Jimny, buying a new car, all of that drama. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And let's see what else my list says here. Yeah, a couple of other things. I went to go and test drive some vehicles last week as well, which was rather exciting, but I'll wait to get into the details. Good evening, Yordi MV. Richard Jute, if you really need to see some wild animals, you could do a short drive through Groenkloof Nature Reserve. It has zebras and buffels. That's actually a really good suggestion. The only thing with Groenkloof is it's quite a trail actually. I don't know if there's just a straight 4x4 trail, or if there's a straight game viewing trail, or if it's all just 4x4. But I've done some of my craziest 4x4ing at Groenkloof. Victor Bart. No, I didn't sell it yet. ON4 VRT, hello from Belgium. Hello. MS, hello hero of Jimny Off-Road. That's sweet. I've been in a bit of a pickle, because I've got this awesome little Jimny sitting in my driveway there, and I haven't wanted to take it off-road because I'm trying to sell it, I don't really want to potentially damage it, or considering the last time I damaged the vehicle I was not even doing anything difficult or anything challenging at all, and it was such a low expectation day, and yeah, I don't know, that's kind of burnt me a little bit, so I'm a little bit skeptical to go 4x4ing again, at least until the new vehicle arrives. But yeah, it feels like this time at the moment, like the energy is weird. It feels like there's things that are waiting to happen, but it's just because of the lockdown and COVID-19 and all that stuff that it's kind of restricting everything from happening. So just got to be patient. But yeah, how was everyone's weekend? Did you guys have a good time? Is everyone safe? Where's everyone? What is your guys' lockdown situations wherever you are in the world? Wrap it in plastic and go off-road. I need a bubble. Like Bubble Boy for the Jimny. Yeah, our national parks are going to be opening up soon here in South Africa for day drives. So that's going to be quite nice. I don't have any national parks in my area though, so I won't be able to benefit from that, but other people will. Richard, 4x4 community, you will sell very quickly. Actually, I haven't posted there yet, so I will. That's actually a good idea. Thanks for reminding me. I think that's how I sold my Amarok, actually. Because I can't remember how I sold my Amarok. But I think it's actually that. That's actually, Richard, yeah, you answered something there. Maybe I'll put that up. For those of you guys who do want to have a look at the Jimny for sale page, I have made a dedicated page on my website. You can only access it through this link. But it just tells a little bit of the story of the Jimny and some of the modifications and things on it. And I think what I'm going to be doing, because obviously I'll get into it, but there's been some new modifications since my last trip and things like that, and some stuff that's happened to the vehicle that you guys haven't seen yet because of lockdown and all of that stuff. So I'm releasing a video on Wednesday. So that is the 10th of June. And that video will be about some of the new modifications. I posted a quick little snippet on Instagram this weekend. So if you guys were sharp enough to catch that, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's the whole development history of that product and everything that we've been working on with BushTech for the past year and a half. So literally from the first week I got the Jimny, I went and visited them, and we're just kind of wrapping everything up tomorrow. I go and put on all the last bits and finish the film. So that's going to be really, really cool. MS says, but you are unique in this, and I believe no one did it in the small car like what you did. I hope I can enjoy this like this trip. You know what? I think it has been a really unique thing, and I'm very proud of what I've managed to accomplish with the Jimny, and the trips that I've been on have been awesome. And I think I've learned a lot of respect for what that little vehicle is capable of and what little vehicles in general can be capable of. So that's very cool. And I think I got to show some of the guys who are really nuts about their big vehicles that, the little vehicles can do it too. Just differently, but they can do it. Ralph, hello from Poland. Mr. Blaine Forster, good evening, buddy. How are you? By the way, I'm one of your fans in Saudi Arabia. Well, welcome to the show. I think I've seen you in the live stream before. Okay, so we are 2 minutes past 8. Let's get into the show. First of all, I wanted to just say thanks to everybody for signing up on the Roam sign-up page on the website. That's been actually really cool. We are, I think, 40 sign-ups in South Africa, which is really cool, and it's pretty evenly split between South Africa and Cape Town. And then also a couple international ones as well. So I'm going to pop a link for you guys in the chat there if you want to go and sign up. Essentially what that sign up is I'm starting a little kind of database for getting in touch with people when I'm in their area for Roam trips or meetups or something like that. It's basically going to be social stuff. You're not going to get any emails of marketing things or anything like that. If you sign up to the normal email newsletter sign up, you'll get other things like that. Not that I make newsletters, and I should start doing it. Hi Ian, you haven't missed anything. Just starting the show now. And then also just another mention to the Iroam group on Facebook. That is like a really nice kind of platform for people to share photos of their build, to share pictures of their trips, things like that. My browser's not working at the moment. I don't know if Blaine can pop a link in the chat for everyone, but I really would appreciate if you guys would head over there and join the group and join the conversation. Victor Bart has been posting some of his videos there of his Unimog build and everything that he's working on there. We've got people posting photos of their trips that they go on and all sorts of things like that. So I think it's a nice, fun, light-hearted community. Everyone's quite encouraging, and if you want looking and buying something new and you want a bit of feedback from people, or just little things like that, it's really nice. It's just a nice sense of community. Richard Jute, was I supposed to get a confirmation email or something? No, there's no confirmation emails on it. If you click that button, I will receive it and you are on the database. I don't want to spam your guys' inboxes with unnecessary things. You'll know when you get an email from me that it's important. You know what I mean? I'd rather it be that way. Going to post Defender photos tomorrow. Please do. I can't wait to see it. And there's also, guys, I'm on that group every day. You know what I mean? So if you want to, I'm also sharing stuff that I don't share on other platforms there. I've been posting photos of my trip to the Richtersveld with my VW Amarok, and it's been really fun to kind of relive some of those moments. And I just give a little bit of a blurb on the trip and what happened on that day and everything like that. That's just kind of giving a little bit of guidance to people who aren't too sure what to post there or how to post there, just to give them a bit of inspiration for, how to share their own journeys. So like I said a little bit earlier, I've been working on a new video, kind of detailing the journey that I've had with Bush Tech throughout the life cycle of the Jimny, and all the cool little mods and things like the draw system and the drop-down table and the gull-wing and cupboard system. So that's going to be dropping on Wednesday. You guys are going to get your first look at the gull-wing setup. It is on the vehicle now. It's pretty damn awesome, if I do say so myself. Very keen, very, very keen to get it all packed up and ready to film and ready to use. So that, I'll be honest with you, it's kind of inspiring me to do one more trip before I let the Jimny go. But you know what's going to happen? I'm going to plan the trip and be ready to leave, and then someone's going to buy the vehicle. So maybe I should do that. So that video is going to be really nice. It's not going to be super long. It's going to be a good 15 minutes or so. But I don't know. It's quite nice. It's a little bit of jumping forwards and backwards in time. Some footage from 2018, 2019, 2020. It's been a long process. Sorry, I'm covering the chat. Oh, there we go. Blaine's got the link to the Iroam group. Thank you, buddy. Roaming Rhino, good evening. Cheers to you, my friend. Axel Cartwright, how's it from Central Africa Republic? You made it. And you know what? I thought you weren't going to make it. So I was going to show one of your photos of your Defender, and then I didn't because you weren't going to be in the chat in my mind. And now here you are. So thanks for disappointing me, Axel. But good to see you. MS says, what is your advice for people who want to do this kind of trip? You just have to have the adventurous spirit, and you need to have a vehicle that can sort of, at least have a bit of ground clearance. You don't even need 4x4 for everything. You need 4x4 for certain things. So you can start camping and overlanding and doing those things in whatever vehicle you have. You just really honestly need a good set of tires and a jerry can of fuel and let the adventure begin. Then we've got Martin Blythe. Good to see you, man. Sad to see the Jimny go, but understandable. I did likewise, but for different reasons. Update on your next vehicle. I'll give a little bit of an update on the next vehicle. I actually went to Bushlaw last week to go and look at some used Toyota Hiluxes and take one for a test drive, and also see what they are doing over there and how they've been handling during this whole COVID-19 situation. So I've got a video that's in post-production, for that, and it'll kind of walk through my first experiences of test driving a Hilux. I've never been in a Hilux before, never driven a Hilux before, so that's quite cool. So you know what, it was just nice to go and see the vehicle, to sit in it, to feel the engine, the gearbox, all of that stuff. And it's really nice. I'm gonna be honest with you, that 2.4 auto is really nice. There's a lot of cool stuff in the works, but it's just now a process of waiting. And I was talking to my dad the other day about the Jimny and stuff, and I'm getting a lot of people going to the page, a lot of people looking at the Jimny, a lot of people asking questions, but not a lot of people interested in buying. And there's also the kind of thing of is it the right time to sell a vehicle? People have just been in lockdown for 2-3 months. Some people haven't even earned a salary for that time, or they've been earning minimal salaries. Some people have lost their jobs, and it's a really hectic financial time for a lot of people. So I might have stars in my eyes about getting the Jimny sold and starting the new build, by the end of the month. I think the reality is just might need to slow down that pace a little bit. So I do want to start planning a little bit more content with the Jimny. just in case. I don't want to be so reliant on the next build and then can the Jimny and then have nothing to show you guys. And now that the restrictions are starting to lift, I don't have an excuse, you know. So I also want to know from you guys, if you guys don't mind commenting here, you know, what kind of videos you'd like to see before the Jimny goes. Let's have that little bit of a conversation. So I'd love to see what you guys think. Jade187, doing well, man. Axel, 12-hour long trip in the King Air 1900 plus delays at Iroam. Sorry I'm late. And what show now you can't... What? And what show now you can't tease like that? Richard, Bushlaw, drive it like a rental. But no complaints. They offer great experience. Have used them twice to Namibia and Botswana. You know what was very interesting about going to Bushlaw, Richard? Was this operation, the scale of the company, and like the fact that every time the vehicle comes back from a trip, it gets a full service. You know what I mean? Like new brakes, new shock absorbers and things like that regularly. If there's any sort of mechanical problems, like they look after it. The tracking that they have on the vehicles in terms of all the trips that it's done and everything, it's quite incredible. And it's also one of those things where it's like, I mean, would you rather know the battle scars of the vehicle than buy one and not know why it's for sale and not know, you know what I mean? It's a little bit of thing. I'm torn because I mean I looked at some of the vehicles and some of them have been like beaten up a little bit physically on the outside, you know, they've got some dents and things like that. But I mean, the heart of the beast is still strong, you know. But yeah, it's very interesting to kind of think about it, because in the price range that I'm looking at for the vehicle that I'm looking at, there's not many options. There's not many options. I'm reaching a little bit higher than I should. Martin Blythe, trying anything other than a Hilux. No, I'm pretty dead set on the Hilux. I've explained it in other videos, but the reason why is there's a lot. It's very complicated, but there's more commercial reasons and things like that. Also, in terms of, you know, I might have the vehicle for 2 years and then sell it, so I want something that can at least maintain a little bit of value. And yeah, a lot of the other vehicles, I mean, some of the vehicles I was looking at are out of my price range, hey, big time. So it's something that just kind of hits more nails on the head. Frank Murillo, welcome to the show. Oh, Aitse Moremi, today I'm here. Knocked off early today. Oh, welcome. The Rookie Indian, hello, how are you doing? What about the condition of COVID-19 at your place? Hope you are fine. God bless you with the great health. Well, yeah, it's the numbers are going up quite dramatically here in South Africa, particularly in the Western Cape. But it's quite a tricky situation. They're starting to unlock things and like let people have a bit of a normal life. But you know what? We're going to be living like this for years to come. It's going to be maybe not the same level of you know, rigidity, but it's going to be very similar. Thinking of a proper send-off trip. Yeah. You know what I would have loved to have done, but it's almost criminal, because I would have loved to have done Namibia and then sold the Jimny. But can you just imagine the dust? Imagine. So there's also things where, like there were 4x4 trails and things that I wanted to do with the Jimny before I sold it, or before, you know, but I don't want to go and then damage the vehicle. I'm a bad salesperson. Mr. Rolf is here. Good evening. Keaton Ditchfield, please show us the awesome 4x4 adventures that are possible in Gauteng. That would be awesome. Keaton, I need somebody to make a video to show me that, because I'm feeling like I have no inspiration when it comes to just thinking about Gauteng. Like my mind just is always thinking outside of the box. Well, outside of Gauteng. Hanro Fritz, first time here. I love the Jimny videos. Just started watching on Saturday non-stop. Wow. Welcome. Well, you know, nice that you tuned into a live stream. That's awesome. Jade, why is it a pickup instead of maybe a van or something like that? Jade, the thing is, I would love a van. Love a van. I would DI build the hell out of a van. The thing is, for the van that I want that would tick all the boxes that I need, it's just way out of my budget. So it's just a not yet. Put it that way, not yet. I've just done an SUV on the Jimny with a Jimny, you know, so I wanted to try do a double cab. I've never owned a double cab before. I've never built one as an Overlander. I've built a single cab. But even that was a very light build. I didn't go too balls to the walls on that. So I just thought, you know what? I want to just try this, you know, why not? Blaine mentions 4 little adventure places in Gauteng: Groenkloof, De Wild, Henops, and Leuvenkloof. Yeah, those are pretty good places to go. I've done De Wild too many times, so I'm just a little bit over De Wild. Groenkloof is it's quite dry at the moment, so Groenkloof might be fun. It won't be so wet. And Henops is also, I'm a bit over Henops. It's just one of those places I've been to too many times. Never been to this Leuvenkloof, so that sounds fun. And I wish we could go to Baraka, but I think that's in the Free State. Richard Jute had a battery problem with the Bushlaw Defender in Etosha. Within 6 hours, they came with a replacement Land Cruiser, and we continued with the trip. And they have great mods as well. You know what? When I was in St. Lucia and we were camping there was a French couple who had, actually a French family, and they had 2 Hiluxes there for their family, and one of them had a starter motor issue as well. They arrived at camp that evening at like 8 o'clock. By 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever, literally from when they broke down to when the guys arrived, it was like immediate. They left from Johannesburg immediately the second they phoned with the breakdown. So I mean, that's impressive. They had a new vehicle in the morning. It was crazy. Axel H, sorry for the grammar. What were you going to show about my Defender? Okay, there, sorry. You can't tease me like that. I was just going to show the photo of you guys packing the Defender or something. There was a photo you shared on the hashtag Iroam. Sebastian Barrett, welcome, bud. Good to see you here. Rainer Opperman, the most dangerous animal in Torsha is a rental 4x4. Yeah, probably. Vinesh Daya, sweet video quality, bro. Thank you. Henry Benjamin, do I need to shout it because it's in capitals? Henry Benjamin Liversage. Myself and Hanro Fritz can organize a send-off for your Jimny. Come to Tsenin, Limpopo. Great trails and sceneries. I'm a big fan of the Tsenin area, and I've actually been really wanting to go back to Mchuberskloof, especially now in winter when it's freezing cold. I'm sure the mist is very dense. That would be lovely. So let's have a look here. I've got some things I want to talk about. I want to talk about some Instagram stuff. I want to talk about this awesome thing that I got tagged in today by 4 Wheel Bricks, which is arguably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Cooler than my vehicle even. I don't know if he's made it for real or if it's a CGI model. I think it's a CGI model because he did it very quick. Literally, so if you look at this picture and you look at the rear window, you can see the gull wing. Now, I only posted that yesterday. So between yesterday and today, he's managed to whip this up. It's totally badass. There's the Rome logo on the side there. There's the Easy On Series 2000. There's the Series 3 tent on there. He's got the jerry cans because you can't forget your jerry cans when you're in an overlanding Jimny. But I love the attention to detail. I think this was super cool. So then, yeah, and then Blaine Frickie sent me a message on Instagram, and he was like, his son wants this toy. His son is like, Dad, I want it. I'm like, I want it. Like, where can I buy this? Maybe I must chat to him and see if he can get it 3D printed or something. Yeah, it's very, very cool. So then there is, I wanted to then, everybody knows about the hashtag Iroam on Instagram. And by everybody, I mean only people with Jimnys. So please excuse the Jimny bias. I was going to include Axel's Land Rover Defender, but he wasn't here. Oh, wait, I've skipped ahead. Okay, wait, we'll do this. I'll come back. NZ Jimny the reason why I chose this one to shout out here is because it's so cold in this photo, and that is exactly how I feel right now. It is freezing in Johannesburg at the moment. And these are just what I'm going to start doing while I'm showing these is I want to start just shouting out some of the hashtag Iroam stuff on the live streams. A really nice shot by Noble Team. They always upload beautiful photos. I think they're in Germany. That black Jimny just looks insane. I love it. Love it. Light and simple. They're doing a lot of nice off-roading stuff. I see they do some quite hardcore stuff. And then Peach Overlanding says, used four-wheel drive for the first time. And why I chose this picture to talk about is because I think the Jimny is an amazing vehicle to get people into 4x4, into that world of four-wheel driving. And what's amazing is when you go to the Suzuki clubs, it's not just guys, it's men and women. And it's all sorts of people. It's such a good entry point into the industry, and it's really awesome. That's why I think I got a lot of support on my stuff with the Jimny, because there's so many people looking at it, and I think it's a very viable vehicle for your first 4x4 to really learn about 4x4ing, to have solid axles, to have such amazing performance out of a vehicle where you don't necessarily have to be the absolute best driver right out the box. It's a good place to learn, a good way to learn. So, oh wait, I see some things here. Victor says 3D print Lego. Well, I don't know if it's actually Lego. I don't know that. I don't know. It might be a 3D design. It might not be real. Reino Opperman, Henry, can you get us into Tanin? Yeah, that's the big problem. We need to go undercover. It's a Moremi Mini Rome. Yeah, we are definitely stuck in GP, Reino. Kevin Penaglia, snow yesterday at 6,000 feet in California. Pretty cool. What? Snowing in California? But aren't you guys in summer now? My first 4x4 was a Unimog. Well, Victor, you're a strange man. In this, the past week or so, I've been posting a photo every couple of days. And essentially what I've done here is I've got three pictures, okay? On the right-hand side, we have the Jimny with the blade and the Batwing. In the middle, we have the Jimny with the Series 3 rooftop tent and the Series 2000 awning. And then on the left-hand side, we've got the Jimny with the Batwing 270 and a ground tent. And I wanted to get your guys' opinion on what was your favorite build of the Jimny. What was your favorite rendition of the Jimny throughout all of the videos and things like that? I'd love to get some feedback from you guys on that, because I think I love certain aspects of each of them. I think my ultimate one is definitely the middle one with the rooftop tent and the straight out awning and the extra fuel and the extra water. I mean, it's a bit of a pig on the road like that, but just in terms of what I've been able to do with that setup is awesome, But there's something to be said for the lightweight setup, having just the jerry cans on the roof, which was debatable. Maybe I didn't need the jerry cans on the roof. Just having a good quality awning and a good quality ground tent, and the amount of fun that you can have with that. And MS was asking, what do I need to get out there and start doing this stuff? And honestly, you need somewhere to sleep and you need a way to get there. And that's how it begins, And as you kind of go, your taste changes and you go, well, maybe I want a bigger ground tent, or I want a smaller ground tent, or I want to get off the ground. Then you get off the ground and you try the one tent, and then you go, oh, maybe I don't like this so much, but I like being off the ground. Let me try this other tent, and you kind of go through things and you learn and you try new things out, and your taste kind of develops, and eventually you end up with whatever you like. Maybe you use a rooftop tent and you go, oh, pish posh, I want to go back to my ground tent. I think it's way better and it's way easier. That's part of the only way you figure that out is by trying. I know for me, maybe not on the Jimny, but in general, that I really loved the Easy On Blade on the picture on the right, the hard shell rooftop tent. That was by far the craziest, most awesome camping setup I've ever had. And it was just like so easy to set up and so easy to pack away. That, yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to compete with that. But it just put so much strain on the vehicle. You know, it wasn't great to drive around too much. Now, Sebastian Barrett says the light setup, Axel Cartwright, it's the center for sure. Jacobus also going for the center. Blaine, Victor was born in a Unimog. Victor says, with the tent, it is the coolest, but maybe less capable off-road. But for overland, it is fine. That's the very valid point. You would not catch me at a 4x4 trail with the middle setup, you know, going balls to the walls. I've done some stuff with that rooftop tent on because it's not the heaviest rooftop tent, but you would not catch me with the big blade on. I did one 4x4 trail with it. I did two 4x4 trails with it, which was probably two too many with it. And it was awesome and it did manage, but it's, you know what, the risk for rolling over is quite bad. Siabonga Mavundla says middle one, it's awesome. Yeah, it's that's, and you know the thing, that's why I want to sell the Jimny in that setup, because to me that's the pinnacle of a micro overlander is that setup. If you're more into 4x4ing and things like that, then you know, then just the Jimny with a roof rack and an awning, I think that's the deal. Richard Jute, I like the fourth image with the Hilux. Where's that one? Blade, yep. Blade with 270 for future build. Yeah, definitely. Let's go down a little bit here. So we're going to talk about the Hilux a little bit. Richard is coaxing me. Okay, so I saw this picture today, and I'm in love with the color. In love. So the only difference that I would make to the color, right? So because I'm thinking of that color for the Hilux, is maybe a little bit lighter and a little bit more kind of satin, you know. I think that's going to be really nice. And then like Blaine says, that paired up with the blade and like a Batwing 270 as the overlanding stuff, and having like a bush deck canopy on there and the Wild Dog bumpers, and damn. It excites me a lot, as you can tell. So that's guys, it's so tricky. So speaking of the sad news, the Jimny for sale. Just for the guys who have just entered, I have created a little dedicated page to the life journey of the Jimny. And essentially on this page, it just kind of shows some of the build processes and some of the cool memories and things like that with the vehicle. And yeah, it's quite nice. But that's essentially kind of where I'm hosting the information at the moment on the vehicle. So if you do know anybody who is looking for a awesome little micro overlander, it is available for purchase. Now, that's the green and black, Richard, is kind of the color palette that I want to go for. Maybe a lighter interior, you know, when it comes to the seat covers, maybe a beige or maybe a khaki, something like that, to try and create a little bit of contrast. And then, you know, also because Easy On do custom colored fabrics and stuff, they've got a bit of a variety of different colored fabrics. Thinking of maybe not going with the gray fabric on the blade this time, maybe doing also like a beige fabric or like that sandy color. So little things like that. I mean, I'm annoying that way, where I like everything to kind of color match, and I went to the extreme on the Jimny with that. So much so that I couldn't wrap the vehicle any other color because it just wouldn't work. But yeah, I am thinking about that. I'm a visual creative person, you know what I mean? I'm always thinking about how things look. And lots of amber lights, all the amber lights, amber spotlights, fog lights, just every light can be amber, except the headlights. Okay, so I have a few little things to kind of cover over here. Okay, yes. Guys, I am making a walk around video of the Jimny. Okay, it's the final walk around video. It is the end of the build, pretty much. So I want you guys to give me feedback on what things you want to see, questions that you want answered, things like that I want to put into the video. I want it to be a nice chunky video with all the information. I'm going to be talking price of all the accessories. I'm going to be giving you a bit of a feedback on the accessories and what I've liked and what I haven't liked and things like that. And then obviously it is also going to be the ad to sell the vehicle. Okay, it's not going to be like overly addy or anything. It's just going to be information. I just want people to be, obviously it's COVID-19 time, so it's people can't just come and see the vehicle all the time, and a lot of people might be buying from a different province. So I just want to make a video that kind of walks around the vehicle and shows people the vehicle, and then at least they can get a little bit of a see it in the flesh. And I think it's also going to answer a lot of questions. I've had people asking me for a walk around video for a really long time, and I haven't wanted to do it until the gull wings are in, and now that that's in, there's no excuse. So you will see a video coming soon. I'm waiting for potentially one more thing. I'm going to find out about that, which would be pretty awesome if I could get that in time. But snorkel is not happening. They're taking too long to release a snorkel. So that's not going to happen, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. I can live with it. Rainer Opperman says, what made you go for the Jimny? Was it popularity, i.e. better for your channel? Why not? Like Andrew 4XO get a Land Cruiser 100 that he got for 150k and build it up. The Jimny is awesome, but pricey. So Rainer, I didn't have a YouTube channel before the Jimny, so I didn't do it for popularity at all. I was just frustrated in my life, and I just wanted something different to my Bucky. I had a very small parking in my complex where I was staying at the time, and just like every single day that friction of having to drive the vehicle, this big vehicle in that tiny parking, and every single day the lady next door to me would open her door into my car, and it was just really frustrating. I felt like the Amarok was too big to do 4x4 trails, and it was too expensive to modify and all of those things. And I just wanted something that I could drive off the showroom floor and that could just be capable. Because remember, when I started Iroam Overlanding, I didn't have sponsors and things, It was just me, and I bought the car and I was just doing the things. I put tires on the car and I just went out and had fun. And then obviously with the filmmaking and the photography and all of that stuff, it kind of combined. It kind of started bringing sponsors on board. But the Jimny was just incredibly capable straight out the box. Like, that's why I bought it. I wanted to do more 4x4ing. Even though I had like an overlanding vehicle. I had a great overlanding vehicle. I didn't know what I had at the time. But it was just life, man. That's how it happens. And now life is happening again. And yeah, that's just how it works. So yeah, we talked briefly about potentially, doing a one last trip with the Jimny. It wouldn't be a crazy long trip. It wouldn't be a very far trip, but it might just be one last trip just to say goodbye and get a bit of time to play with it in its last final setup, because it's quite something. You guys should wait and see. It's going to be quite cool. Tomorrow, all the final little bits and bobs go on, so I'm very excited about that. Okay, so one last thing before I go to just like an open Q&A where we can just talk about all sorts of random things. I have a little bit of announcement about the live stream. So now I've really enjoyed doing the live stream, and I am going to continue doing the live stream, but things are going to change a little bit with the live stream. Okay. I'm going to do one live stream a month that will be public and that will have a guest. Okay. The weekly update live streams, especially for the Hilux build. So it's not going to happen from next week or from this week, but it's going to happen soon. I think it's going to be from when I start building the Hilux. The weekly live streams are going to change over to Patreon. I've created a new category on Patreon. I'm going to share the link with you guys just to go and have a look. So the new category is the live stream category. And it is $1.99 per live stream. It's not a lot, but it's to kind of, as the live stream grows and as the channel grows and as things grow, that we can have I want to have more intimate kind of conversations. So it might limit the number of people in the live stream. It might only be a smaller number of people, but it is also going to incentivize my patrons who are already donating for every video, that they get something a little bit special. And I think one of the most valuable things that I can give them is my dedicated time, and that is something that it's a small it's a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? We sit down, we have a cup of coffee, things like that. The money for that will go towards the live stream, will go towards the Iroam Overlanding, all of that stuff. I'm very particular when it comes to those things. In terms of, where Patreon money goes, it pays for the music in the videos. It pays for the subscription to Epidemic Sound. It pays for podcasts to be hosted. Oh, and that's another thing. So the live streams will be available, every live stream will be available as a podcast, whether you're a patron or not. But it's just the participation in the live stream will be for that first rank of patrons. Now, that rank is that $1.99 is per creation, and you can limit that to 4 creations a month. So it'll be the 4 live streams, even though there will be 4 live streams and there will be 4 YouTube videos, which would be 8 creations. Not everybody donates per creation, but you can choose. And I mean, to be honest, even if you donate the $1.99 for an entire month, you're still going to get access to the weekly live streams. So it's literally, it's not much, but it is one of those things that I do need to start doing a little bit, because obviously this is my career now. So I have to also start taking it a little bit more seriously. And I hope you guys will understand that. And I hope you guys will support. I think it would be really cool. I want to start committing myself a little bit more to Patreon, and have because I've noticed a segregation in the kind of audience. There's the guys that tune into the live streams and they watch every single video, and they're on Instagram and they're on everywhere, and they are very involved, and that's awesome. And then I've got guys who just kind of tune in to watch the video and then go away, and they tune in to watch the video and they go away. They're not too necessarily involved in the community. So I just want to kind of work on that a little bit. So let's have a look at some questions and things now. Ronaldo Duncan, hey, how's it going? Hussein Salamation, what is your religion? I have no religion. And Tony Dutoy, if you look back at your Bucky, what would you have changed on it if you didn't get the Jimny? And would you have done what you did now in having the Jimny? 2 different vehicles, 2 different setups. I had an incredible list of things I wanted to do to the Amarok, and I only did one of those things. 2. I put on a decent set of tires, and I put on my Bushtec canopy, and then I did a DIY build in the back. What I would have done differently, I should have... When I was buying that car, I was obsessed with building a sleeping area in the back of the vehicle. And what that did is that blinded me to potentially getting another type of vehicle. So I looked for the vehicle that had the biggest tray, and now in my budget, I could have gotten an Isuzu KB250. I could have gotten a Hilux SRX, double cab SRX, I could have had the Hilux already. You know what I mean? So it's everything happens for a reason. I can't look back at it too much. You know, that did for me what it needed to do. You know, it sparked the fire that, you know, I needed at the time. How much DIY will you do on your next build? So Victor, that's a very exciting thing about the next build. Is there's going to be quite a lot of DIY. You know, and had the funds. Yeah, that adds a bit of context. Let me answer Vic's question and I'll come back to you, Anthony. So Victor, yeah, we're going to be doing DIY brake upgrades, DIY suspension installation, DIY diff breathers, DIY snorkel installation, DIY electrics, a whole bunch of stuff on the new build. So it's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be very cool. So Anthony, if I had the funds, I would have gone balls to the walls with my Amarok build. I would have done a tune to get more power. I would have re-geared for the bigger tires, and I would have had a blast because that vehicle is a tank. It's a really capable vehicle. I would have finally done my suspension lift that I always wanted to do. Because I was riding that vehicle on 130,000 Ks with the same shocks from day one. You know, I bought that vehicle in 90,000 and it had used shock absorbers, and when I sold it, it still had the same shock absorbers. And it really needed an upgrade, but I just didn't have the money. That's it. So I would have done those things. You know, nowadays I know cheaper ways to get, you know, a good suspension setup. Hussein, where do I think I am in the next 10 years? You know, I was having a chat with Mr. Rolf, my buddy, about this, and I don't think too much about the future in terms of I don't imagine it clearly, but I just know that I'm just going to be consistent and I'm going to do this thing that I love so much, and hopefully people will resonate with that, and hopefully people will follow and, you know, support the journey, and hopefully that will lead to my success. But I don't do this for money. I do this to do my passion, to do what resonates with my soul. And I know that sounds a little bit cheesy, but it's true. Everyday fish keeping. That's a very interesting name. Yeah, so with regards to where am I going to be in 10 years' time, hopefully I've been through Namibia. Hopefully I've been through Tanzania. Hopefully I've been to all these places where I really want to go. I just want to travel and see the world. So I hope I get to do that. Haroon Ashmuz. Hello. Axel Cartwright. Maybe in the future, a Rome Overlanding Defender 110 Icarus camper. Yes, please. Do want. 10 out of 10. Do want. Betty Thoop. Hey man, when are you getting the Hilux? As soon as the Jimny gets sold. It's a learning curve and we have fun with life. Yeah. And Tony, look, that's one of those things, man. No one, you know what, you can have a million vehicles and you'll build each one differently because you are in a different time of your life, you know. One day I might just sell the Hilux and just buy an even bigger vehicle because I might have, you know, a family of my own to lug around, and you know, or I might actually get a trailer one day just to carry around things. I'm not getting a horse throat this time. Spitbry. Hoping to get my Jimny end of July. A bit sad that you're selling as your vids got me into it, but hey, life goes on. You up for an outing and Bry maybe in the near future after lockdown? Sure. Spitbry, I would recommend you sign up to this. Let me get the thing quick. If you sign up here, I can then get in touch with you when I'm doing a meetup, when I'm doing maybe a little Rome 4x4 day or something. And yeah, I have all your information. I know what vehicle you drive, all of that stuff, so I can plan things appropriately. Well, Betty, thank you so much. Thanks for the kind words. You know what? I think the Jimny was a very fun vehicle to have as a companion over the past year and a bit, and I learned so much on that journey, and I think what was cool is that people got to learn with me as I went through the whole process, as I made mistakes, as I tried new things. You guys were like there with me the whole way, and a lot of the people who watch Jimny videos are not necessarily the most experienced 4x4 people, and I think that gives, it's people are like sponges, absorbing all the information and learning from my mistakes and things like that. I think going forward with the next build, there's a certain level of social responsibility that I need to take, control of. I need to be more factual with my information, and also moving to something like a Hilux, which has got a huge audience and a huge ownership. The reason why I want to do all of the DIY stuff is because I want to learn about all of these processes. I want to learn about all the technology and all of the mechanics of how these vehicles work, so that when people ask me for advice, I can give them like really well-founded information, and I mean, I'm a nerd like that normally anyway. Even with the Jimny, I research all of the mods, I research all of the things. I know the downsides, I know the upsides, and I accept that responsibility for myself. But I get people who watch my stuff who don't know the upsides and the downsides, and who might just go out and buy things and put them on the vehicle and not know why they're doing it. And I want to kind of work hard on that over the next build, to educating the audience at the same time as educating myself in a little bit more technical way. So hence doing the DIY projects, and there's a lot of the sponsors that I'm going to be working with. I'm going to be taking advantage of their engineers, of their mechanics, of their their people who know the product and understand the products, and we're going to answer a lot of questions about suspension, brakes, all of those things. It's going to be a hell of a good time. Niels Nelson, have you seen the Lizzie Sprinter camper in Silver Lakes? I haven't. But yeah, I really want a Sprinter, man. Like I'm saying, build 3. Ruben van der Merwe, I'm going to miss the Jimny, but I'm so excited. Ronaldo Duncan, watched all your videos, found it by accident, but awesome channel and journey. Thanks for sharing it with us. You are very welcome. It's been an awesome journey for everyone involved, I think, and I think this is just the beginning. Ronaldo, DIY is great, especially if you break down in the bush, then you know your vehicle. That is exactly why I want to do it. Ruben, thank you for taking me through tough times. Well, I hope times are getting better, buddy. These live streams have been a really great platform, and like I'm in two minds about changing the live stream over to Patreon versus just keeping it going, but it is something that I do want to keep special, It's been really nice to have this time during lockdown and everything to like interact with you guys and connect with you guys and get you to see a different side of me as well. But I do also want I want there to be some real value for being a patron and what it means to support Rome Overlanding and what that gets you. Not like the sun shines out my ass and, oh yeah, you got to pay to be with me or whatever. It's not like that at all. It's just that I need to create an entry level, if you understand what I'm saying. Because I mean, there's other stuff, there's other benefits to Patreon. You get merch, you get signed photographs, you get all sorts of other things. And, that's a thank you for doing this. But the live stream stuff is just people wanting to show their support for me and to connect with me personally. So I also want these live streams. I don't want to have to like post it on YouTube. I don't want to have to start at 8 o'clock and only do a live stream for an hour, for example. I want to just be able to like have a live stream and just talk about random things and have some downtime with my viewers, where it's not Rome Overlanding, but you're spending some time with me, Adrian Abrahams, and we're having a chat, and I can actually have a beer and not have to hide it off camera. Victor, this is one of the reasons why I restored my Unimog, just to learn how it all works. Look, and I wanted to get a Land Rover Defender for that very reason, just to rebuild the whole thing. Tomorrow I'm off to school again, so see you in the next live stream. Cheers, Ruben. Good luck with school, buddy. Yeah, so it's there's some weird things going on, guys. I don't like having to make all of these decisions. I wish it was easier. I wish I made more money from the YouTube ads and other means, and I didn't have to like have things like Patreon and stuff like that. It makes me feel very awkward. But I think as I go on with it, I mean, I look at somebody like Andrew St. Pierre White, who's got like 900 patrons. You know, he can just make the content he wants to make. He doesn't have to abide by sponsors and things like that. And I think that's quite an empowering thing as a creative. It would be fantastic to be able to do that. But you know what? All in due time. So I think it was, I don't know if it was Haroon or Hussein was asking, what's going to be happening in 10 years? Well, hopefully in 10 years, I'll have enough patrons that I don't need sponsors. That would be cool. Ronaldo Duncan Wrangler when I grow up. Yeah, I mean, I have respect for Jeeps, but I don't see myself as a Jeep owner. But guys, I think, let me have a look at my list here. I think I'm pretty much got through all of my things. If there's any last questions you guys want to ask, fire away. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you with this. Please remember that there is a video going up on Wednesday about the new gull wing on the Jimny. Very exciting modification. It's quite an awesome way to add more space to the Jimny, and yeah, the guys at Bushtech did a fantastic job, and I'm really keen to share that with you guys. PG India Tashi, hi, missing your awesome Jimny overlanding trips. When can we see more of it? Can I tell you the sad news that everybody else knows, Mr. PG India Tashi? The Jimny is for sale. Ulrich Goldschmidt, awesome channel, love the content, especially exploring South Africa. Yeah, I'm just so keen to get back out there and just keep exploring and checking out some new places. There's a lot of nice places that I've wanted to go to, and just there hasn't been the time for it. And this whole COVID thing is just it's thrown a spanner in the works. But you know what? It's fine. Let's get through this, and we will have plenty of time after that to have all the lovely expeditions. But guys, I will say thank you. I see there's no further questions. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for always tuning in and supporting Rome Overlanding. It means a huge amount. It's great to spend my Monday evening chatting to you guys. And yeah, we've got some really exciting stuff coming up. It's gonna be cool. And yeah, that's it. So if you guys are looking for a place to find some awesome photos, if you are having some Jimny lusting, you can go and check out 4-wheel bricks. Go see that latest little design he did of the Jimny. You can head to my Instagram page, Rome_overlanding, and you can scroll through the hundreds of photos there and reminisce a little bit about some of the cool adventures. You can also go onto YouTube there. I've recently actually went back onto my YouTube channel and rewatched some of my own videos for the first time and really enjoyed them. And I understand why you guys subscribe. So that was actually very cool. Okay, well, wait, now that I say I'm going, now everybody asks questions. Thanks, guys. Okay, Blaine says, top 3 gadgets moving to your new build or anything new like UHF radio. Okay, top 3 gadgets. I'm super excited to use my the green box from National Luna again, the DC to DC battery system, and to be able to put it in a vehicle that can actually handle it. That's very cool. I'm excited about that. And then with another thing, I don't know. Oh, yes. Actually, another one. The Garmin Overlander. I actually played with it this weekend for a little bit, and I'm very excited to use that in the Hilux. Because the Hilux doesn't come with a smart computer or anything. It's just a normal radio with Bluetooth. So that's going to be I'm really glad I have the Overlander now. And one more thing. I don't know. Got to get it and see. PG India Tashi, very sad, but I'm sure you will get even more awesome vehicle, and I'm sure you will make it the best. That is the hope. Victor, thank you for the stream. Martin Blythe comes in there in the last minute with a cheeky little next build. Have you decided tent/living arrangements? Be interested in your thoughts after experience with both rooftop tents and ground tents and first vehicle, hoping to sleep inside. I am going to do a hard shell rooftop tent on the Hilux. Martin, to answer your question, I really, really, really enjoyed having the Easy On blade, and it's a fantastic tent, and I miss it. INCQ Niels, thank you, Adrian, for your videos. Thank you for tuning in. Hanro, sorry, last one. What did you do before the Jimny? What did I do, or what did I drive? If you want to know what I did before the Jimny, there is a video on my YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find it quick, which explains my life before YouTube and before the Jimny. I need to find it because it's hidden away now. Sorry, I'm coming back now. Hanro Fritz, that video there that I've linked in chat, that is about what I did before all of this stuff. Ronaldo says, enjoy your evening and thank you. Denise Derin, thanks Adrian, best regards from Turkey. Glad to see you made it in the end. Victor, I watched my videos too. Ulrich Goldschmidt, you need to do a show taking us through your solar/battery setup. You definitely have to do a Namibia trip. Yes, and you know what? I've got battery things. I have made videos about the battery packs and stuff that I'm using. I haven't spoken about solar, and it's going to be nice to do that on the new vehicle, because the new vehicle I can properly fit the stuff in, so it's going to be nice. I don't have to just think about saving weight and space. I can think about the products that really work well. Sebastian Barrett comes in with a little, would you consider a swag for shorter trips? I'm not a swag man. I'll be honest, I'm not a swag man. I'm scared of bugs. I'm scared of animals. I don't like sleeping on the floor. It breaks my back. So, short answer is no. I like my rooftop tents. I like being elevated off the ground. Yeah. I'm a pansy, man. Just let me be. Nah, I'm kidding. I had somebody shout at me in a video once for saying that I'm a pansy. They said apparently that's racist or something. Axel Cartwright, always a great stream. Thanks, and keep at it. Thanks, buddy. So thank you, everybody. Have a lovely week ahead, and I will see you on Wednesday. I won't see you, but me from back then will see you, and me from back then, and back then will see you. But I will see you guys again next week, Monday, for quite a big update on things that are going on. And yeah, better see you guys there. So thanks for tuning in, and bye.